basically it's just world domination. Well, basically we want artistic control, and we want to stick out on our label what we want to stick out on our label, you know, irrelevant of what it is. There are a few bands and we all needed an identity. I mean, the music and the clothes, but I mean, with the label it's a stronger thing, it's a whole movement.
And it all felt pretty homemade. And like if you looked at the sleeves of reggae records, they were homemade sleeves pretty much, and that influenced us really to have our own homemade sleeve.
The real memory I have of that label and was us stamping our single sleeves and just having faith in what we were doing, and also trying to avoid moving to London. That was the biggest thing, and trying to keep it away from the music business really. And didn't matter what it sold or who it sold to or anything. It was just like the idea of like we could do that at home and maybe put money into something at home, like build a youth club or whatever. And we did.
Yeah, the only way we can show our feelings is through our music. I mean, it's political, but everything's political, but we'd rather play here tomorrow than not do anything at all.
I think it's important. I think it's important to bless some sort of mark, and that's really all I ever wanted to do. The way Beatles did, when they left an important stamp there, then what you do is you pick that up and you alter it. It's progression and it's British popular music. It's important.
I remember key things, but day to day I don't remember. It just sort of, yeah, we just fell into it, and you know, that was a point where there's no internet, no mobile phones, and it's like I don't know how we communicated even. Like pigeon or something. It was like just to get us together. But we all used to know where everybody else was, and all of a sudden there'd be a tour or whatever it was, and we'd just get together.
But it wasn't a choice thing. Being in that band at 18 wasn't a choice. It was something I had to do, and that's why we did what we did socially, more so than our records, and seeing people maybe have more acceptance and understanding, because it's brilliant. It's really, well, obviously black and white, but what you do is present what you present, and it was pretty obvious what we were about, really. It didn't take much thought. This is what we're about, and you're with us or you're against us, really.
I mean, it's just something that you're bred into or whatever. You know what I mean? It's not contrived or anything. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what colour skin you are, how you dress. I mean, if you're into the same kind of things, then that's great.
It's never been about selling records for me. It's about, you know, cliched, but the voice, and to be able to express how you feel, and maybe some people will listen, maybe they won't. It's not about numbers, really, and try telling my record company that, but it really isn't. It's just good to get it off your chest.
I don't think you have to be sort of showbiz to be brilliant. I can't think of anybody who is showbiz and brilliant. Sort of songs live on, but attitudes stay with you for a long time. It's like when you die, I think we all die, and people remember your attitude, and that's a lot better, because if you die and people listen to your song, they can sort of fathom it, but once you're dead you can't really say much.
I need more than success to sort of remain in the music business. I need to enjoy it. If I don't enjoy it, I can't carry it on.
I think when you're 19 you really do think like you can change the world, and we wanted to change so much, but then it sort of backfires a touch. It gets sort of hypocritical, because we write songs about you know, unemployment and how a city can collapse, and then go and receive a gold disc 6 months later, and it's sort of I think you've got to be careful. I think if you're going to give a message to anybody, you've got to be careful. And you've got to be sure that that message is true and right.
It was really lovely, and I think I felt a deep love for everybody. I think people were suspicious of my deep love. But, I think they were a bit freaked out at one point, but I just felt like, you know, things are all right. You know, I'm still really, really grateful that I wake up in the morning and I think, wow, I'm in a group. We've just had a #1 record. We've got a tour ahead of us. It's fantastic. And then I just look at the day and think, I've got to go to Sainsbury's at some point. But it's a good day.
Yeah.
It's a really good day, and as long as that continues, I'm happy. But we know the value of the band, really, and I don't think any of us think that we're bigger than that name. It's like, that is the name, and we're a part of it. I think in the last 2 or 3 years, it seems to be crossing to a younger generation too, and that is really lovely to see kids at the front and who are into our music and who have, you know, been handed down our first album and started to understand what we're saying, you know, and it's really great.
It's a totally different time. I've got kids and I've seen how they interact with the world, and it's through a computer. And it's very hard for them to rebel, really, unless it's online on Twitter or something. But when we started, you had to really fight to get your voice heard, and that makes a big difference. And you do it with a passion, and you won't stop. We didn't stop. We wouldn't take no for an answer. We knew we were trying to highlight the problems of Coventry and growing up here. You know, all 7 members were unemployed. You know, we witnessed so much racial hatred. It was just a really bad state, and so we could highlight that, and that's all we could do really. But it all helps.